Hello. Hello and happy Sunday. Today we are starting right at 3 o'clock. We're getting going because I got an animal situation to tend to. Hello, folks. Thank you for joining. Hey, Donna. Haven't seen you in a while. Mia, Luke, Ben W. Hello. YouTube, if you're here, pop in on the chat. All right, so let's get started. We are at 3 o'clock. So, hey, Kathy, rainy Indy. Wow, that's nice, isn't it? And California, I know finally the heat wave broke in California. Thank goodness. I do know some areas are getting some uh, rains, which of course cause other problems. Let's hope it all evens out, right? Hey, Shri. Hey, Carolyn. Hello. Okay, so we are using Angel Tarot today. And we're starting off with general messages for this week coming up, which is September 12 through September 18. Yes, right. Okay. So I'm going to pull cards. These are the general messages, and you take what resonates for you. And then after that, I will pull a few cards for folks who have questions or requests. You are welcome, Donna. Thank you for that comment. I really appreciate that. Okay, this is Wednesday, Thursday, and then a card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what it's telling me? It's telling me there's another deck here to use. So we're using Angel Tarot for Monday through Thursday, and then we're using Angel Answers for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What do we need to know? Do for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. Oh, I just love when the cards make things clear. No denying. Okay, let's get started. Monday, Tuesday, we have Ace of Earth. So in traditional tarot, this is Pentacles. And the card is the inflow of abundance. So Ace of Pentacles, the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents, or contracts. So Ace of Earth is Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is the realm of home, health, money, and work. And Ace is where we start everything, right? Ace is the beginning of everything. And so this is saying at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, pay attention to new opportunities coming to you, pay attention to little gifts of abundance, right? That they don't have to be huge, big things, but the small little thing. Maybe someone shares a loaf of bread with you. Maybe someone gives you some pickles. This is all abundance, right? So pay attention to that and foster that and be grateful for that so that it creates that flow, that energy as you go through the week, okay? Wednesday, Thursday, we have 9 of air. So air is swords. 9 of swords. And this says expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So the 9 of swords shows up when we have a lot of worry, when we have a lot of concern. And because swords is the realm of our thoughts, our words, our attitudes and communications, that's where that worry piece comes in. And so the 9 is showing up to say, can you see that pattern and look at it from a different perspective? Can you see it differently so that you can break whatever it is that has you in sleepless nights, whatever it is that's like just so consuming to you? What can you just not get off your mind? What can you do to interrupt that pattern and to break that, to give yourself some peace? And oftentimes it takes looking at things from a different point of view, a different perspective, either going out and asking someone to help you look at it differently, or you stepping back and looking at it with fresh eyes. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this came out of Angel Answers, and it's compromise. Okay, compromise. So life is about compromise, isn't it? All of our relationships, our communications, we have to be willing to compromise in order to have flow. And by compromise, you know, pay attention to that word. It isn't about giving up your beliefs or crossing your boundaries. That's not what it is. It's about being willing to see someone else's point of view, and then how can you adjust a little bit to accommodate that while still honoring self? That's compromise. And it does take two people to come at it from that. So at the beginning of the week, we start with Ace of Earth, really looking for the abundance, paying attention, and getting into that energy of abundance. So in the middle of the week, when we have that monkey mind that just will not relent, pay attention to that flow that you started at the beginning of the week, right? And see if you can change the direction of the thought. And then as you come to the end of the week, be willing to compromise, be willing to give and take. And we'll find things this week to maybe sift through a little bit easier. Okay, so that's what I have for general messages. I like it. And I am going to pull a couple of cards. So if anyone has a question or a request, put it in the chat on YouTube and or Instagram. I saw a couple of comments scroll through. Hey, Laurie. Hey, Kim. Mia, hello from the car. Can't seem to get the volume to work, but we'll hop on once at home. So I'm assuming everyone else can hear that. That's maybe just your car volume, I hope. Laurie, interesting lineup for the week. Yeah, a good way to start it off. Get into the attitude of abundance. The other thing about that Ace of Earth sometimes can be about contracts, about getting into deals with one another or something like that. Be mindful of that. Mercury did just station retrograde, and so when Mercury is retrograde, it doesn't mean that you cannot sign contracts. It doesn't mean that you cannot make deals. That's not what that means. What it means is that things may need to be reviewed. So you may get into a contract, you may sign a deal, and then maybe down the road, something's got to change in it. We typically say that if it's something that you've been in the process of doing, then that before Mercury went retrograde, then carry on. But if you're looking to do something entirely new, if you have the flexibility to hold off, you may choose to do that. Life goes on. We don't always have that option, right? So, okay, let's see. I've got Shri is asking for a card. How will be my start to the next big step of my education? Donna is looking for a general card. And instant visions. Okay, so let's get a card for Shri, who is asking about how will be my start to the next big step of my education. So let's get a card for Shri about her education. Her next big step of education, and I'm going with Wandering Star Tarot for that. What can Shri know about this big step of education? What does she need to know and do? I can't argue with that. Okay. Shri, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Sun. So here, I'll hold these up for you. Here are your cards. 3 of them came out, and I needed to pull all 3. So in terms of your big step, 7 of Swords, again, going back to that sword energy that we just talked about the 9 of Air, that's sort of like being dishonest with self and other people being dishonest with you. It has a lot of dishonesty. It has a lot of sort of, not being on the up and up. And so sometimes it shows up when we are telling ourselves something, when we are trying to talk ourselves out of something or talk ourselves into something that we know isn't for our greater good, or somebody else may be doing that. And so pay attention as you go into this next step that if you feel like someone is challenging you or questioning you, or if you yourself are saying, gosh, am I going to be smart enough? Am I going to fit in this school? Is this the right choice? Pay attention to where those thoughts are coming from. And are they just thoughts? Are they just that going on? Or is there something to that? But be careful not to let that run away with you because the Knight of Wands shows up, and this can be another person. And I guess I'm getting a sense that this is another person. Um, but there's someone else who's going to sort of capture your attention, who's going to get you inspired, who's going to get you fired up about this new adventure that you're having for education. So pay attention to that person who's going to come in and say, okay, Shri, let's go do it. Let's just have at it. Pay attention to that because the next card is the Sun. And so what that Knight of Wands is doing is encouraging you to step into your own power. It's encouraging you to step out into who you are and not be stepping back with the thoughts of the Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. Okay, that's what I have for you. Good luck with education. Okay, I see here Donna is asking for a general card, and then Instant Visions was asking for a general card as well. So let's get a general card here for Donna, and we are going with messages from the mermaids. Okay, messages from the mermaids. What is it that Donna needs to know and do in terms of her general question? Message. Okay, Donna, you have love and innocence. Love and innocence. So if I go back to some of these messages of the week, tapping back into, okay, so it's like there's a relationship, there's a challenge that's around somewhere that doesn't feel comfortable. That there's something, whether it's holding on to a grudge, holding on to a resentment, holding on to a past hurt, that needs to really be healed. And this innocence is saying, you know, going back to who you were as a child, like your most pure self. We don't, when we talk about the inner child, it's not sort of like, you know, when we were tormented as teens, not like that, but like before you got all of your conditioning, before you got all of the teachings of schools and religion and you know society, before all of that, who were you? And going back to that place that can allow you to let go of what needs to be let go so that that energy of love can really elevate and you can let that go with love, right? Love doesn't mean acceptance. It just means I hold nothing against you. And so really tapping back into some of your soul, your pure place before the hurt, before the dishonesty, before the betrayal, before the inconvenience, whatever it is, going back there and then coming back out and sending that off with love. Okay. Instant Visions has asked for a general card as well. Hey, Rising Vibes, Instant Visions. So let's get a card for Instant Visions. And I'm going to my Gilded Tarot for a general card for Instant Visions. A general card for Instant Visions. Instant Visions. Need to know. Well, so today is all about multiple cards. So Instant Visions, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, we just saw in the general reading as Ace of Earth. So here it is showing up again. And then you have the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. Here you go, YouTube. So there's something that's wanting to come in. There's an opportunity wanting to come in, a new partnership wanting to come in, a new start that wants to come in. And it's here for you. It's hovering. And what's happening is there's some old thinking, there's some old beliefs, there's some old fears perhaps that's getting in the way of this coming through. And so the tower is showing up and saying, tear all that stuff down. Anything, any like low vibration, any fear thinking, any sort of going back to this 9 of air, anything like that, like what's the worst that can happen? And oh my gosh, that stuff, this is saying get rid of it. Get rid of it, because the Wheel of Fortune shows up to say this is a really good opportunity. This is like a really good thing. This is going to take you in a new direction. And the only way you can get to this opportunity and feel that high of the Wheel of Fortune is to let a bunch of crap go. That's got to go. Okay. All right. So let's see. Mia, cards for the week speak so vibrantly to me. Would appreciate a card regarding what to focus on, especially trying to find my flow. Lots of shifts, not good or bad, but just is. Okay. So let's get a card for Mia and her flow. Mia and her flow. And I think I'm going to go to messages from the mermaids for that. Flow just makes me want to go here. Let's go messages from the mermaids for Mia about flow, finding that flow. Because things will keep changing, things will keep cycling. So can you flow with it or do you resist it, right? So, all right. Okay. It's communication. Here you go, YouTube. Communication. So again, we're in Mercury retrograde. This is about communication, right? That's Mercury is the planet of communication. There's a lot going on, as you said. Not good, not bad, just shifting. And so it's going to be constant communication. It's going to be constant acknowledging that this is what's happening, acknowledging anything that shows up as a challenge, as a difficulty, as going back to this card of compromise, communicating your boundaries, communicating, what you might need, in also in honoring anyone else who's involved in that, right? I mean, these can be all realms of life. And so compromise can be the smallest of things, right? Or a really big deal. So the flow is all about communication. You cannot bottle up. Yes, yes. You cannot cork the flow. And when we don't communicate, when we're not really using that throat chakra, then we start to cork things, and that's where the flow gets a mess, right? It can't flow. You put the plug in it. Okay. I see Laurie has a general card, and then I see Rising Vibes over here. And then Shri, you are welcome. You're welcome, Donna. Hey, Maya, Instant Visions, you are welcome. Okay, so Laurie, let's get you a general card for Laurie. And I'm also going to Angel Answers for a general card for Laurie. Let's get a general card for Laurie from Angel Answers. What's a general card for Laurie? General card for Laurie. Okay, let's go over to Rider-Waite. General card for Laurie. Okay. 10 of Cups. Here you go, YouTube. And if the image on the card doesn't tell you everything about it. So 10 of Cups. Celebrate, be with family, chosen family, blood family, whatever it is, whoever you make your family. Um, reunion, getting together, just being in a really good, happy, loving place and enjoying the moment, because the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about cycle, right? Things come and go. It's always changing. And so really appreciating the moment and appreciating it where you are in the moment, every moment that you are in, celebrating that moment, right? But you also could see a gathering. You also could see, a family coming together, a family dinner, a family outing, a family vacation, right? All of this could be coming together, but it's going to feel really good. And tap into that feel good part of it. Tap into the love of that. Tap into that heart center of the choice to be with that family. Okay. Okay. Rising vibes. Would love a card. Let's get a card for rising vibes. And maybe you're the one for angel answers. Somebody here is for angel answers. I do know that. Let's see. Let's get a card for rising vibes. General card for rising vibes. General card for rising vibes. Yes, right now. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So we have, oh, goodness gracious, of course. Okay. The situation will improve and helpful people. So, helpful people, ask for help, communicate. We see that word on the table, right? We see family, we see choices, we see compromise. Communicate, ask for help, because that's what you need to change a situation. But the situation can change, whatever it is, any small little snag that we're experiencing, we can change that. We can change that oftentimes by bringing in some people, by bringing in a different point of view, as we saw in that Nine of Air. So speak up, ask for help, and let that situation resolve itself. Okay. Maya, I see you have a request also. So let me get that for you. Mia, thank you, speaks loudly. Excellent. Okay. Laurie, wedding. Yes. Oh gosh, this is a total wedding. Yes. Totally. Yes. Celebration. Yes. Okay. So let's get a card for Maya, and then I see some things popping up here on YouTube. So let's see. Let's get a card for Maya. And I'm going to put these back because I feel like they might come in handy. Let's have a general card for Maya. Does she need to know and do? Okay. We have, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. There you go. Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. So Pentacles is home, health, money, and work. It's our physical world. Queen of Cups is our love, our intuition, our compassion, our empathy, that's all the heart-centered stuff. And when we see the queens, they can be other people or aspects of us. And what I feel like this is a little bit of both. I feel like there's some energy around you that is this queen energy. It doesn't always mean a feminine, it doesn't always mean female, but it's people who can tap into that side of you and bring that out more. So the Queen of, I just want to make sure I'm pointing to the right one. So the Queen of Cups, she's incredibly nurturing and loving and takes care of people beautifully. Like really, if you need something, you want to go to a Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups sometimes puts everybody before herself. And so she suffers in silence a little bit. And so making sure that you are not falling into that as you take care of other people. Really important. The Queen of Pentacles is, she's great. She's very loyal. She's a protector also, but comes from a different place to do that. She is more about making sure everybody is taken care of. Everybody's had lunch, you know? Does everyone have ice in their drink if they like ice, right? Do we have enough things in the pantry because winter's coming? That's the Queen of Pentacles. But she does it from a place of like such ease and grace, like this is natural for her. So these sides of you, I think, are being called to be activated and called to pay attention. But I think that people with like qualities are showing up to sort of be the teacher for you, to be the mentor for you, to be the reminder for you. Okay. All right, so let's see. We have over here was Kathy. Something wonderful happened last week. The breeder called unexpectedly. We pick up our baby girl, Izzy, this Saturday. May I have a general card for this new parenthood role? Well, look at that. Okay. Let's get a card for Kathy and picking up Izzy and that new family together. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to messages from the mermaids. Okay. Wellness by Willow. Thank you. I do feel like new energy is coming in that's more similar to my energy. Yes. Yes. That's what it is. That's a great way of putting it. It's like the people who resonate with those aspects of you, they are showing up if they haven't shown up already. And so tapping into those folks, like recognize that quality in yourself in other people and connect with those people. Yes. Okay, let's have a card for Kathy and new parenthood with Izzy. Card with Kathy and new parenthood with Izzy. It's right here. Patience. Patience. As a parent, if you don't know how to manage your patience, I think you are doomed. So this is a reminder that becoming a new parent role, moving into that role again requires patience with the child, requires patience with yourself, with your partner. Everyone needs to take a chill pill because there's a huge adjustment that's going to happen. And the best way is to take a breath. Take a breath, take a pause, patience. Not much more to say about that. Laurie says, congratulations, Kathy. Welcome, fur baby. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's, I'm going to wrap this up. I see someone is asking, it's a bunch of letters, LIKJIO 6, I think. Hard for me to see. So let me get you a card. And you're asking for a general card. Okay. So let's get a general card for LIK. And we are going back to Rider-Waite Tarot for a general card for LIKJ 06. What is general card that needs to know and do? And it's the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. So we have a couple of 9s on the table. So this is like what you wish for can come true. This is really the wish card. So at the beginning of the week, the messages started off with the Ace of Earth. saying there's something coming in. There's some abundant flow that wants to come in for you. And so this is saying really pay attention to what it is that you want. Really put all of your energy into that. Again, not being so specific, right? Because when we lock ourselves down to so specific, it must be this, this, and this, we miss out on so many other opportunities that are there for us naturally. But because of our conditioning, because of our past, because of our stories, we create this specific thing, right? When really it's all about change and flow and cycle and evolution and always something new. So put it out there and put all your energy behind it and believe it and wait for it to happen. Okay. Okay. So we are at the end. I will pull this last card and then that's it. And this is for Wilda asking for a reading in love. So let's have a card for Wilda for a reading in love. And then that's the last card for today. For folks who were on, if you had a card drawn for you and if you would, hit the like button on YouTube, hit some hearts on Instagram, maybe you'll share that card and that part of the video with somebody else. I'd appreciate it. If you'll comment on my video, I appreciate that too. And then if you care to donate, contribute to the work that I do here, then there are links down below in YouTube and in my bio and Instagram. And I sure appreciate that kind of support. So thank you. And thank you for being here. So let's get, you're welcome, L-I-K. I hope you know who I'm talking about. Okay, let's get from Wilda. We're looking for a card about love. Let's get a card for Wilda about love. What does Wilda need to know and do about love? Oh, look what showed up again. The Queen of Cups. So, Wilda, so much love with the Queen of Cups. So much love, so much nurturing, so much caring and empathy and compassion, like so much of it. So you're reading about love. Open that side of you, open the softness, right? That can just sit if you the queen here is sitting in a throne. When you look at Rider Waite tarot, she's surrounded by water, which is to say she's just sitting in everything about her emotion, about her heart. And so sit in that energy and just let it come all over you. Feel it, breathe it, share it, and be careful. So it's just the caution of the Queen of Cups. Be careful that you're not tilting the scale and putting so much out there that you're not getting back what you need. So it does go back to that card about compromise that showed up for the message for the week. So open your heart, put it out there, be totally you, hold nothing back, right? And make sure that you too are getting your cup filled. Really important. Okay, that's what I have, everybody. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the hearts that are showing up here. Wilda, yes, thank you. You are welcome. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful card. Thanks, everyone. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, you can do that again down below in YouTube in the link, in my bio, on Instagram. There's a link. Join my newsletter and I just put out September promos. Even though it's September 11th, I'm putting out September promos. So there are some nice reading opportunities there as well. Laurie, nice cards. Yes, good cards, good cards. Everything on the table was so good. So thanks everyone for bringing your energy here, bringing your purity, bringing your love. It shows up, and that's why these cards just flow the way they do. So I wish you all a beautiful week ahead. See you next week. And then check my feeds, of course, for things that I put out throughout the week. All right. Lots of love, everybody. Ciao, ciao. Bye, YouTube.